Hey, good evening, good evening. Do we need to play the intro? Maybe. I think we're going to do a new intro. It's feeling a little old. Yeah, how we doing, everybody? Okay? Happy? Having a good Wednesday evening? Nothing says midweek more than a Wednesday evening. Does it? Not quite. So I figured we'd go through some of this church court trial. It's going to be a Salisbury steak TV dinner tonight, everybody. That you have to eat in Massachusetts, where everything tastes worse. Apart from, what is it? Beans? What kind of city brags about beans? Boston is famous for beans. Okay. Because they both begin with B, or surely a banana is more exciting than a bean. I don't know. Whatever. How did that come to be? Yeah. So we'll proceed. First witnesses. I don't know what's going on with our chat box, though, because it just doesn't show up. There's a little purple monkey on there, and it says something went wrong. There's a purple monkey, and he's got a hammer and everything. I mean, look at it. What the what happened to just a plain old, it has not been possible to complete your process? Now we're going to put up with this purple monkey bullshit. I am not happy about it. And you know what else? I've just had to put up with a whole load of YouTube ads. Ugh. So bad news, everybody. Not only are we going to have ads on today's show, but you're also going to have to watch the ads that I watch. That aren't even in English. Yeah, YouTube cut me off, man. They just cut me off. They said, yeah. We like you, Metrix, but the thing is, you haven't paid the bill. So we're taking away your service. And now I remember all those years of pain that I just put up with YouTube ads. And I didn't even think it was worth paying for. It absolutely is. So anybody in comments who says, me, too many ads, what's your problem? Like, yeah, you can have no ads for like $9 a month, if you can pay. Hey, who wants to pay our YouTube? Pay the YouTube and go to PayPal, because PayPal is where the crime is. And we need a better slogan than that. What do we say? PayPal is where the party is, right? You want a party? Go to PayPal. Sign up. Okay. Who knows anything about the SS Morro Castle? Because I was just learning something about that. Fascinating story. But is it a crime? Maybe. The FBI certainly thought so. Cubans with CIA training. Yeah, good story. I got to read some more about that. 1934, coming up from Havana, the SS Morro Castle. The captain, the much-loved captain. One of these captains where if you were traveling, you would wait to be on the ship that he was on because he was fun and good and a good captain. So he died. He says, oh, I feel my stomach pain. I have a stomach pain. I'm going to my cabin. Bring me a steak. Not a Salisbury steak. Bring me a steak and a vegetables. And then they go up an hour later and he's bent over the bathtub, hopefully with clothes on. And what happened then? Oh yeah, so they let everyone know, and they cancel the dance, and they cancel the music, and they say, well, the bar's going to be open. But everyone basically goes to bed, and then someone comes down and they say, do you smell smoke? And they say, yeah, there's a big fucking fire in the center of the ship. Which just, totally engulfed, totally fucked the ship. And like what happened on the 9th of November, right? People having to choose between the fire behind them or a jump that would very likely lead to their death. And some women were staying on the boat so long that they inhaled so much smoke that when they finally got the balls to jump in the water, and this was a heavy, stormy sea at night, big waves, 70 miles from New York. When they finally jumped off into the water, because they'd inhaled so much smoke, they didn't have the strength to, survive. Bad news. Yeah, Morro Castle, great story. Way better than that other boat that sank. And this boat didn't sink. It went ashore, all burnt and fucked. Jersey Shore, right on the boardwalk. Anyway, that's not the story for today. The story today is PayPal. We've got to get that YouTube back online. Head over to PayPal. You want ads? You want to get rid of those ads? Go to PayPal. Which one is it? Is it this one? Boom. Nope. It's this one. Boom.
My wife said, if you win, we'll fly to Asia. If I win, we'll fly to Paris. I bet you won't get toned with just Tai Chi walking before Christmas. Guess who won?
My dad can't lose weight with Tai Chi, so it's a scam?
Oh, no, he probably just doing it wrong. Most men do Tai Chi wrong, and that's exactly why they can't lose weight. How old is your father?
He is 56.
Oh, perfect. By the end of November, you won't even recognize him.
But what if he hasn't worked out in years?
That's even better. Tai Chi was built for men 40 plus.
Isn't the gym better after 40?
The gym breaks you. Tai Chi will make you feel better and lose weight faster than in your 20s.
Does he need any equipment?
Hey, dickhead, if you're doing Tai Chi to lose weight, you're not doing it, you fucking asshole. I just fucking get out of my life. You see what these ads are? Motherfucker, head over to PayPal. Where's our banner? Boom! True Crime Metrix. PayPal.me/True Crime Metrix. We can make this happen right now. Let's get rid of those ads. Right. So what do? We did opening statements. Mr. Chameleon and Mr. What was it? Scully. What's his first name? Sully? My name is Sully Scully. Love it. Who's this then? Got a white shirt on, we can tell that. Love a white shirt. She looks like a nun. Sister Act.
Arms. If anybody would like to stand up and stretch for a moment before our work, please
Who stood up and stretched for a moment? No one, obviously, because the judge doesn't have good people skills. amazing, isn't it? Because if that guy, the judge, didn't have that black robe on, he would have zero authority over anybody, right? I mean, you can just tell. Just try and mentally do it in your mind right now. Take off that robe in your mind, okay? He's got nothing.
Do me a favor, just stand on this blue line.
Yes, if you face me, raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the cause down here shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you, maybe you do.
Okay, I cannot see the fucking chat at all, and I can't put them on the screen. Is that because we haven't paid them, or what? I don't think so, because we never used to have the premium. So, motherfucker.
Good morning. Good morning, you can have a seat. Good morning, ma'am. In a nice loud voice, could you introduce yourself to the jury and spell your last name?
Sure. My name is Monica Carnes, Carnes.
And ma'am, where do you work?
Salisbury, Massachusetts Police Department.
How long have you worked for the Salisbury Police Department, ma'am?
Approximately 23 years.
And what is your current job position with the Salisbury Police Department?
I'm the dispatch coordinator.
What does that mean?
I basically run dispatch.
So just for, it might be obvious, but what's dispatch? What's that do?
So we have 2 minimum dispatchers per shift. We answer 911, handle both police and fire calls.
Okay. And so if a 911 call comes in or another call comes in, you would connect that to the right person or send out people to respond to those types of calls?
We usually send it out. The only thing we really send out is medical calls. We'll transfer it to Atlantic Ambulance. They give emergency medical instructions. They're called EMD instructions. And the rest of the stuff we handle dispatch, both police and fire internally.
All right. And how long have you been doing this particular job?
23 years.
Okay. And are you a civilian or are you a police officer?
Civilian.
Okay. And is this a full-time job or part-time?
Full-time job.
Do you have a particular shift that you usually work?
It's a 4 and 2 rotation, so I work 4 days on, 2 days off, and they're usually between the hours of 7 and 3.
7 a.m. to 3 p.m.?
7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sorry.
All right. Now, at the Salisbury Police Department, when a call comes in, is that call recorded?
So it depends on what line it's on. If it's on the 911 line, it is recorded. If it's on the regular business lines, it is not recorded.
Okay. Those calls are
So I take it they're going to play the 911 call any moment now.
just kept in the ordinary course of business by the Salisbury Police Department?
Yes, we have a 911 recorder that handles the recording, housing the recording of the 911 calls.
All right. Now, I want to take you back to November 11th, 2022. Were you working on that day?
I was.
Were you working a normal 7 to 3 shift?
I was.
Were you working with anybody else that day?
Scarlett Smith, she was my co-dispatcher at that day.
Okay. Now, a few minutes after 8 a.m. that morning, did you take a phone call regarding a medical issue?
I did.
And this call was recorded, is that right?
It was.
And approximately how long you stayed on the line with the call?
I'm not sure. I'd say approximately a minute.
Okay. And at the conclusion of your conversation with the caller, did you do anything with the call, send it anywhere else?
Yes, I sent it to Atlantic Ambulance for pre-arrival medical instructions or EMD protocols.
Okay. Ma'am, show you a CD and just ask you, you know that the 911 call was, copy of the 911 call was placed on the CD for this trial?
Yep.
Okay. Your Honor, after this, first visit.
And the executive, okay, maybe it did.
You know, we have it already preloaded, so we can just play it. This is court's permission.
You may.
if you're a native or fluent English-speaking Western expat living abroad and you're looking for a new online career that enables you to earn remotely with a higher earning...
How does anybody cope with that? If I could see chat at all, I would say, let us know if you don't have YouTube Premium and tell us what your problem is. What's the deal? Do you not know? Do you not know? Because it's cheaper than Netflix, and Netflix is a waste of fucking time.
49. Salt Lake Police and Fire Line City Court, where's your emergency? Yes, 108 Central Ave, we need an ambulance. Hear what's going on there? I don't know, my boyfriend must have ingested something, and he can't stand, and I can't help him, and he's torn the bedroom apart trying to stand. Now his nose is bleeding, and he told me call the ambulance. Okay, is he having abdominal pain or just difficulty standing? Well, it sounds like he's in pain. Yeah, well, he's in pain because he's hit everything in his bedroom. Okay. Is there an apartment number at 108? Yeah, you have to come up the ramp to the first set of stairs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is transfer you to Atlantic ambulance. So just giving you pre-arrival instructions if this is delaying anyone, okay? Okay, we don't want to go to...
Well, that's completely incoherent, isn't it? I can't understand a word that they're saying. I'm amazed. I'm amazed at the low quality in general. The average quality of courtroom recorded video broadcasting is incredibly low. And I know that there are challenges, right? You got to deal with multiple microphones. There's an audio mixer somewhere. There's probably a vision mix. You know, it's a lot, but you can do better than this. We've seen it. We've seen it in Tallahassee where they have no tech at all, just mud. And they can cope. Hey Michelle, how you doing? I can't see you, but someone else can see you, Michelle. And they told me that you can see me.
Just confirm the address and phone number, Phil.
Call the address of the emergency.
108 Central Ave, second floor.
I'm just gonna skip that because that's just annoying.
What I would say, can I say what I would normally say? Okay. So what I would normally say is control to whichever my supervisor is, that be advised that fire and ambulance are responding to such and such address for a medical. In this case, I said that they're responding to 108 Central Ave for a medical aid. Calling party reports that she believes her boyfriend ingested something, was, I believe, my wording.
And was that the end of your involvement with that 911 call that morning?
It was my end of involvement with the 911 call itself, yes. Not.
Whoa, did you see those high hill eyebrows over there? Check that out. Imagine riding up and down those eyebrows on a bicycle. Struggle to get up, but fast on the way down. Am I right? Check it out. I've never seen it. It's almost like bicycle wheels. It's like you can just see the top of the bicycle wheels, and those are her eyebrows. Too much. Too rounded. I mean, is that over plucking? I wish I could see chat. Where's Michelle? Michelle, tell us what she's done.
And was that the end of your involvement with that 911 call that morning?
It was my end of involvement with the 911 call itself, yes. Not the call. I was still having officers call and clear, so I was still handling normal dispatch things.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Nothing further, Ron.
Mr. Narcotis? Just very briefly, Ron. Morning, ma'am.
Morning.
So the caller identified the address, right?
Correct.
And then identified themselves as well at that address. Gave a name to you?
On the recording, she didn't give her name to me.
And then you, at that point in time, have made a determination that there should be emergency medical personnel going, right?
Correct.
And it's a standard practice that both the fire and the ambulance would go?
It can be. It's up to the police supervisor whether or not he wants to send a medical call. That they make, sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. If they're busy on the police side, they don't always go.
And are the fire themselves EMTs?
The fire department is EMTs.
And they would be the first responders relative to that. In the statement that she gave to you, she believed he had been falling, right?
Yes.
And may have hurt himself, and that he was ingesting something is what she thought had taken place, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further. Thank you. I need to redirect Mr. Smith.
No, you're right.
You may step down.
Thank you.
You want to do one more, Doug, or you want to take
Is the next one quick as well?
Not quite that quick, but
We'll take the break now after the witnesses step down. I'll just...
You're going to take another break? You just had a break and then had a 5-minute witness. I think it's going to be a long trial.
I have a 134 IQ. I make less money than friends who barely passed high school. Here's what I finally discovered.
Try having a YouTube channel.
Sir, if you'd raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the cause now and hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning, sir. In a nice loud voice, could you introduce yourself to the jury and spell your last name?
Good morning, Adam Foss, last name's Foss.
Sir, what do you do for work?
I'm a firefighter.
And how long have you been?
What do you do for a living? I am a mustache model. I travel around motorcycle events and YMCA Village People reunion concerts. And that's how I make my money.
A firefighter, sir.
21 years.
And where are you a firefighter?
Salisbury, Massachusetts.
Okay. And have you been in Salisbury your entire career?
How does a mustache like that take place? I mean, did he just grow a normal mustache on the upper lip and then think, hey, you know what? I think I might let it just drift down to the bottom of my chin and not have a bit in the middle. Or maybe he had a goatee and was sick and tired of all those soup stains in his brushwork. And he just snapped one day and said, I need skin on my chin. Yeah, it's either one. He either had more before and less now, or less before leading on to more now, right? I mean, that's the only way. Maybe he was born like that.
I have.
What is
Michelle, how many days have passed since this guy got his haircut on top? I'm thinking that's quite fresh, right? Not more than a week. You know, look at the sides. Very, that's just been done. Am I right, Michelle? Am I picking up on the cues? I'm learning from the best.
your current rank?
I'm a lieutenant.
Okay. And as a lieutenant with the firefight, the fire department, obviously you guys fight fires, but what are your particular duties and responsibilities?
So as a lieutenant, I'm in charge of my shift and the people that work with me.
Maybe it's a rank thing then, his mustache, the lieutenant. I mean, what's below a lieutenant? A captain? No, that's above, right? So what would it be? Sergeants. I don't know how it works. I think it's different for different organizations. Well, no, it wouldn't be. Wouldn't be out. Well, I guess we'll find out. But I want to know how old that haircut is. Now we can see the back. I'm telling you, look at the bottom of the back of his neck. That is a straight line. That is not more, less than a week. 3 days. 3 days, that hair.
On a day-to-day basis, we respond to a majority of calls are, medical aids, motor vehicle accidents, house fires, as you mentioned, everything from a stub toe to a cardiac arrest.
Okay. And in addition to your training to fight fires, do you have any medical training?
I do. I am a basic EMT, which means I provide basic life support service.
Trained to fight fires. You see all those fucking mixed martial artists and jiu-jitsu champions and heavyweight boxers. It's like, yeah, whatever. I fight fire. One of the most ravenous, destructive, unstoppable forces on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali. Muhammad who?
Okay. And how long have you been qualified as an EMT, sir?
Pretty much, I think 2004. I got it right before getting hired as a firefighter.
Okay. When a call for medical assistance comes in and you're notified, how do you and the fire department respond to a call like that?
So it'll go through our dispatch center. They'll send out a tone, let us know what the nature of the call is, if they have a nature of the call. Otherwise, it's just a medical aid request, give us a location. We respond in the fire engine. We're a Class 5 fire engine, which means that we respond to all medical aid calls, but we don't transport.
All right. Now, when you go out to these types of calls, so do you usually go by yourself, or are you usually with anybody else?
Well, myself and my crew, there's either 3 or 4 of us in the engine. Police sometimes respond depending on the nature of the call and location. And then we also have a private ambulance service that provides transportation for patients. That's Cataldo/Atlantic.
Okay. Now, sir, I want to take you back to November 11th, 2022. Were you working on that day?
Yes.
And do you have a particular shift that you work, or do you work 24 hours, or how does that work?
So,
November 11, 2022. So that's 11112222. Well, no, 2. Okay. Shit, fuck that up. There's a 0 in there. I thought it was all double digits.
We work 24-hour shifts. I'm trying to remember at that point. I've been a lieutenant for a few years. I think we kind of had a mixed shift that day. Not the group I'm working with now. But, yeah, we work 24-hour shifts, 1 on, 2 off, 1 on, then 4 off.
Okay. Now, at a little bit after 8 o'clock that morning, around 8:02, 8:05, did you respond to a location in Salisbury for a report of a medical call or medical assistance?
Yes.
Okay, do you remember what that address was?
I didn't really write it down. They come in and they go, I'll respond to a ton of calls. So.
Can I refresh your memory if I said 108 Central?
Central, yes. Yeah.
And when you responded to the call, were you coming from the fire station, fire department?
I believe so. Sometimes we run from one call to the next. I believe we responded from the fire hose.
And you were able to arrive on scene how quickly after the notification?
Rather quickly. I don't have the notes in front of me, but usually response times are within like 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay. So when you arrive at 108 Central, what do you do? Were you the first one on scene, or were other people already there when you got there?
Actually, I believe police was on scene first, and I believe it was a number of units all in one building. So he was checking the rear unit first, and then we came to the building or the structure that was closest to the street, knocked on the door, and went in through there. So I think we had actually entered the building first, but police were on scene trying to figure out where we were going.
Okay. So when you entered the building, what did you first notice when you entered the building?
A lot of clutter, just kind of stuff everywhere. I mean, we come across that quite often, honestly, but just a lot of stuff like as we walked through, you know, on the countertops, we worked our way through and then to a bedroom.
Okay. And when you got to the bedroom, did you see somebody that looked like they were in some form of medical distress?
Yep, there was an individual seated on the ground next to, I believe it was a bed, and just really unable to, you know, communicate with us.
Okay. You know, I know Salisbury is a fairly small town. Did you know the individual when you saw him?
I did not.
Okay. You learned his name to be Leroy Fowler?
Correct.
Okay. And so you said that your initial observation of Mr. Fowler was he was sitting on the floor in the bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. What else could you, as you approached and got closer and started to render some aid, what else did you notice?
He wasn't able to communicate with us. You know, typically when we respond to a medical aid call, we'll try to ask a series of questions, establish, you know, is he baseline, obviously conscious, alert, breathing, all the basics, and then we get into like history and, you know, what the chief complaint is, why we're there. Unable to answer any of that, just kind of moaning, groaning, no words, no sentences, so we really couldn't get any history from him.
Did you try to stand up while you were there in the room with him?
He was making like involuntary movements, reaching out, trying to grab stuff. He was, even though he was seated, he was kind of uneasy. At one point, I kneeled down beside him just to steady him and try to like make eye contact and get more information. But again, we were unable to.
Okay, so that time that you were in the bedroom, he wasn't able to communicate with you at all.
No, just noises.
Okay. Yep. Now, you mentioned that there was a police officer there who responded, and Lieutenant Delaria, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. And you may know, I'm sure you know now, that Salisbury police officers wear body cams when they respond to calls like this, is that correct?
Correct.
Do you have an opportunity to watch the body cam footage of your response to 108 Central on November 11th, 2022, sort of preparation for your testimony here today?
I did.
Your Honor, I'd offer that body cam footage.
No objection.
All right. It may be admitted as Exhibit 2.
All right. And with court's permission, we're going to play what's now marked as Exhibit 2, starting at about the 3-minute and 15 mark, just to cut out the officer's travel time driving his car to the call.
Se este anúncio te apareceu a ti, ainda há uma grande probabilidade de tu estares a puxar a tua carroça, que é o teu negócio, sem rodas ou sem um motor ou qualquer forma de alavancagem, e eu posso explicar-te exatamente o porquê. A verdade é que 90% das empresas B2B...
Remember, the sooner the PayPal is there, the sooner those ads get the fuck out of our lives. What is this now? That must be his house. Trailer house. I bought him a house. Yeah, one of those special ones on those wheels or bricks. Yeah, it's on bricks. It's not made of bricks, but it's sitting on top of a stack of bricks. Bird feeder. empty. Nothing says animal lover like an empty bird feeder, right? What do you think, that they got given that as a gift? Or was it included with the house, trailer house? I don't know, that hanging bracket up there looks a little rusty, wouldn't you say? Meaning it has been there for some time. I mean, it looks so rusty that it's older than the house that it's affixed to. How's that possible? Maybe it's secondhand. They just put up an old rusty, what do you call those things? Bracket? Elbow bracket? I don't know. Yeah, the bird feeder. Did they buy that? Did they make the trip down to Dollar Tree and spend the 85 cents on that lovely bird feeder? Maybe. What's the deal with the coloration? It's all green and wavy. Why is that? Yeah. How many times do you think they've filled it up total since they lived there? Do you think it's a daily thing, or maybe 3 times a day for regular meals? How often do they go out there with a sack of feed and fill it up? That hose pipe wants sorting out, doesn't it? I mean, at least he didn't leave it on the floor, but you know that any time you need to get some length on that thing, it's going to be difficult, isn't it? What you want is an automatic, what do you call it? Retractable, winder. It's like a winch. That'd be a cool feature for someone's landscaping truck, wouldn't it? You know, big nice truck, and right on the front where you might mount a winch if you're a fucking action hero. Do you think Eric Richens had a winch on his truck? I bet he did, didn't he? Yeah, I gotta get the mountain package because I'm a mountain man, and when I go and hunt, if the buffalo see my winch, they'll know I'm in business. Anyway, a landscaper could have the same kind of thing, but instead of a steel cable, it is a hose pipe, right? How cool would that be? It's those sorts of differentiators that put you above the competition. Everybody's going to want to hire the guy with the hosepipe winch, right? He's got a water tank in the bed of the truck, a little pump running on the 12 volt, and just pulls it out, waters the plants. I love it. It's a good idea. We'll put that on our long list of True Crime Metrix business spin-offs. What is it? What do we put? Hosepipe winch. Yeah, love it. Love it.
A ramp over here? Yeah, is there a ramp? No.
Hey, there's the black ram. Okay, look at these wheels, okay? What do we see here? Somebody's put some spacers on, haven't they? You know, that's probably void your insurance, right? Because if the fucking center of gravity now is completely off, That truck is designed to have a certain wheel, what do you call it? Wheelbase or wheel, you know, the width between the wheels. Is that the wheelbase or is that from the front to the back? I never remember. But you know what I mean. He's taken those wheels off and he's put a big chunk of aluminum on the hub, you know, on the hub. Yes, on the hub. And that's completely changed the center of gravity. And you might say, oh, Metrix, it might be safer. Not true, not true. That thing would roll if it hit a golf ball. Okay? Like, don't take that on the open road, let alone, you know, a basic gravel track. I just got to go back to the wheels because aside from the obvious irresponsible safety hazards.
Yeah, is there a ramp? No.
I mean, what's with the alloys? Seriously? Fancy alloys, and those tires are brand new. Look at that. Look at that. When did you put those on? He's just done this, hasn't he? He's just upgraded. You know what he's done? He's just upgraded. You can tell by the treads of the tires. Those tires are new, so I think he's done the whole thing together. I don't think he did the mod previously and then went out and got some new tires at a different time. This has all happened at once, right? Tarted up, black, shiny, alloy, you know, what do you call it? Concave alloys, brand new mountain tires as well. I mean, I don't know what tires cost in the US, but in this country, one of those tires would be probably 160 euros, which is about almost $200. Who's got a Ram? How much does it cost for tires? If I could see the chat, that'd be great.
What? There's no answer to the door. Hello? 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 Set up the ramp. No.
I'm not completely 100% what's going on in the video. It says the initial medical call, so I think this is when she's called up the emergency services and said my husband or whatever is feeling sick, and they've come out to check, and he's going to come out and not say, I've been poisoned, she poisoned me, but he's going to say, I've got a really bad stomach. Which, you know, of course, he didn't say, she's poisoned me, because she did it sneaky, right? And it's just not the first thing you go to, is it? The person that you live with and know and do all this stuff with, you don't go, the first thing, she must have poisoned me. I've never experienced that. I've wondered if someone, well, maybe more than one. I've wondered if I might be stabbed in my sleep. But that's different.
No, they said up the ramp, which I would assume is this one. Can you call her back? We're getting no answer at the doors. There's that big hippo. We open this door.
Okay, confirmation. I think what we're dealing with the bird feeder, the green pattern is, I don't know what the right word would be, kind of frosted glass, or what do you call that? It's not really frosted, but, you know, textured glass.
Head's like this big, just looking at me.
Hey look, there's the mustache. There he is.
There's that big hippo. We open this door.
He's got a new haircut there as well, hasn't he? He takes care of business. He's in that barbershop every week. Good job.
Head's like this big, just looking at me.
This is all attached, yes.
Yeah, this is the. Is that what we
call for the
fire department? Someone in there?
Hello?
We were able to raise her.
So Christina thinks the bird feeder is decorative. Let's reanalyze the situation, shall we? Decorative. It's got a bit of fucking blue paint splattered on the bottom. It's all rusty at the cap and the base. It's right in the middle of a walkway at head height. Look at that guy's shoulder on the left-hand side of the screen. Okay, you walk down that alleyway, and okay, maybe it's the wide-angle lens, maybe it's real. It appears further from the wall, but that's not good. That's not where you put something hanging, obviously. So decorative. What? I no. I don't. Decorative? No. Decorative? No. I mean, that thing on the other side, the little shelf thing with a basket, or that could be decorative. I mean, what are you going to put in that, really? All this, these little knickknacks that people put outside for no reason. Right? No reason at all. No function. Doesn't look good. And, yeah. Well, they could have invested in a nice, retractable hosepipe winch and put it on the front of his truck and start a brand new landscaping business.
Hello?
We were able to raise her. What the fuck happened in there? Season clean.
Okay, so Riding Shotgun tells us that the spaced out wheels on that Ram are for off-road driving in the mountains, but I disagree. And maybe you know a lot more than I do, but I think what's actually going on is that show-offs that like to go and take the truck out also like to have big spaced out wheels. It's not because it makes it better. In fact, it makes it worse because the center of gravity, it's all fucked. There's no way that car is more stable because the wheels are wider. I know physics might try and tell you that makes perfect sense, but we could get a Dodge engineer in here, or any manufacturer, and they would tell you no. I think. I'm not 100%. Can't say I'm a major expert, but that is what I believe. And even regardless of that, if you're going to do that, you need to be just putting that truck on the mountain, not on public roads. No. Well, they got 2 house fans right next to each other and an air conditioner in the window. How fucking hot does it get in here? I guess the air conditioner's broken, right?
What the fuck happened? Season clean.
God, look at this. You know what's funny though is that I prefer this than Corey Richards' house. And it's even more of a mess, but at least I don't know. You know, it's funny. Most people that have watched that video on our channel, the Corey Richards virtual tour, the home tour, right? Most people agree with like, oh, fucking what a horrible house. But every so often, maybe 8% of the comments, maybe 10%, people come in and say, oh, what a lovely house. She threw it all away. Though she had everything. She had everything. And it's like, what are you looking at? 2 house fans. Let's see if we can find any other air cooling devices in this establishment. You see the air conditioner in the window, like the one from what's it called? The Brave Little Toaster. Remember that?
I thought this viral pressure nozzle was another cleaning scam. 3 months later, I haven't touched my $400 pressure washer once. They're called Aquoxis, and they're nothing like those weak spray nozzles you've tried before. This thing multiplies.
You got ripped off if you paid $400 for a pressure washer, mate. They saw you coming. I mean, I can go and get one now for €100.
And it was around 6:30. And he said, I fell like 3 times. He had my leg up. So I helped him to the bathroom. And he just bounced me on every wall it was. Leroy?
I'm not into the high-vis radio microphones. They look like toys. It's Fisher Price. Look, I want to see proper radio microphones. You know? Or what do you call it? What do you call that? Just a radio, right? Looks like a toy. Looks like you got it out of a gumball machine, baby. What's that ore on the wall up there? What did they use that for? The club initiation. VBR07. Or is it V13? VBR07. What does that mean? Verbier? VBR07. Okay, so that is a certain size of ore. Vintage wooden ore paddle. What have we got here? Any rowers in the crowd today? VBR07. What does it mean? Well, there's a bunch. You just put VBR07 into Google Images and you'll get a ton of stuff, all clearly showing to be model VBR07 ores. But what does it mean? VBR07 ore, often referred to as a vintage bow rivage ore. Vintage bow rivage is a decorative wall hanging item styled as a wooden boat paddle or oar, frequently used in coastal or nautical themed interior design. So that is a fake ore. What? Why would anyone make that? Why don't you just have a real oar if you want one on the wall? What? Function. Many versions include metal hooks attached to the wooden oar, allowing it to function as a coat hook, towel hook, or decorative hanger in hallways and bathrooms. I want to die. Ugh.
So I helped him to the bathroom, and he just bounced me on every wall it was. Leroy? Leroy!
I'll get you.
Leroy!
Hey!
Leroy!
What's going on, bud? Hey! What's going on today?
How many bicycles? Because they don't, I look at them, the pair of them, and I don't see cyclists. The Chav Ram made sense. Bicycles do not.
Just something I don't know how.
He's got a careful. Hey.
Working in the house all day yesterday. So that's my thought. I mean, it's not ever like this.
Leroy! Leroy! Oh, it's Dad. Looks like a seizure, maybe?
Wow, he is not in a good way, is he? And she's already given him the antifreeze now, so he is, I think it's a couple of days, isn't it? A few days, but he is, he's on the way out. Is in his system, and all that stuff, chemical stuff, is just going round and round the bloodstream, and yeah. Not in a good way. What is this? Has she got seashells on the mirror? It's not even on the coast, is it? Salisbury?
When's the last time you saw him, like, normal?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Last night.
Last night. So today, you guys woke up,
Yeah, right before I gave him the Salisbury steak that was with an antifreeze gravy.
Make sure you have your gloves. Sorry.
And, watching TV, doing whatever. And, to my knowledge, he did not have any drugs on him.
Doesn't know to use any drugs? Even like marijuana or anything like that? Anything?
No.
Gummies, stuff like that?
What's that?
Like gummies and like...
No. He doesn't have this looks like perks to me.
Okay.
I've seen it before.
He's taking drugs before?
I've seen it before.
Has he taken them before?
Yes.
Getting in the narrative there, huh? Looks like perks to me. I've seen it before. No, I've seen it before. He does this from time to time. Perks. A lot of perks.
I've seen this.
Reacting to it. Okay.
Oh, it's all right. We'll come back in a couple of days and pick up the body, and we'll be sure to put a lot of perks on the, little box that says cause of death. And then we'll bring you his life insurance on a little silver plate.
You okay, bud?
Leroy! Leroy! Hey!
Okay, we got a goal. We got a goal for the channel. I can't set a goal, but there's a goal right here. Let's get that PayPal in before the next YouTube ad, and there's a lot of them popping up. Support the channel at paypal.me/True Crime Metrix.
But I can't say it. I don't even know where we would have gotten. We worked around the yard all day yesterday.
Okay, all right. He hasn't been complaining or anything? Headache, dizziness?
Well, he was dizzy yesterday, doing work. He lifts more than he should.
Okay. And chest pain, complaining of chest pain, shortness of breath, and cough?
He couldn't tell you.
No.
See any history of seizures? No.
Diabetic or anything? Diabetic or anything?
But he has a pacemaker.
The universe doesn't give you what you want. The universe gives you who you are. People misunderstand that. They think the law of attraction is being obsessed with what you want. But no, if you want something, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. The universe will reflect to you, and Beckwith calls this the law of resonance. Resonance. So you got to become that which you seek to be. What you do not want to do is affirmations. If you say, I am healthy and fit, there's a little voice in your head that's going to go, no, you're not. You ate that pizza last night, fatso. Right? Because we all have self-doubts. So you want to hijack your subconscious. You want to trick your subconscious by assuming the truth. So you say, why do I have the fit, healthy body of an athlete? Because that makes it very visceral, very real. You're tricking your subconscious by shifting your identity, and you will find that the universe will start to reflect that. If you ask yourself a question, why am I so kind and compassionate to everyone around me? Or why do I only eat healthy foods? Or why am I so brilliant at being an entrepreneur? You're shifting your identity at a fundamental level, almost like self-hypnosis, and the universe will start to reflect that, and your life will start accelerating and changing at a really rapid pace. This is actually the most effective manifesting technique I know. But if you sit down and you hope and you hope and you hope and you try to focus your mind on one thing over and over and over and over and over again, doesn't mean you're going to get that, because the universe doesn't give you what you want or what you crave. It gives you that which you are. What you're about to hear is not just another personal growth lesson. This is a core level of disruption. Within the next few minutes, you may find yourself questioning everything: your career, your relationships, your goals, even your deepest held beliefs. Why? Because most of what you think is your reality was never chosen by you. The way you define success, happiness, money, relationships, even the limits of what you think you can achieve were programmed into you by society, your upbringing, and the people around you. We were born into what I call the culturescape, an invisible matrix of beliefs, rules, ideas of all the people and cultures around us mashed together. Think about it. Why do we believe that working hard equals success? Why do we think we need a college degree to be successful? Why do we feel guilty for putting ourselves first? These aren't universal truths. They're just rules we've accepted without questioning. I call these rules bullshit rules. Bullshit rules that society keep us trapped in. Most people go through life following a script that was never written by them. They work jobs they hate because they were told it's safe. They sacrifice their happiness to meet society's expectations. They limit themselves because they've been told that's just how life is. They even drop the bar in relationships, tolerating people who disrespect them, who don't truly love them, who may not give them the intimacy, the connection, the type of respect that they need. Yet, they stay in those relationships. And here's the scary part. Most people never even realize they're stuck. And even when people recognize these limitations, they try to break free using the wrong tools. They hustle harder, thinking effort alone will change things. They repeat affirmations or prayers, but never rewire the beliefs beneath them. They chase one-size-fits-all success formulas that don't work for them. The truth is, escaping the culturescape isn't just about working harder. It's about upgrading your level of consciousness so you can finally break free from the limitations that you never actually chose. And this is where most personal growth gets it wrong. This masterclass is designed to disrupt the way you see the world and to give you the tools to reshape it to whatever your heart desires. For some of you, this will be exciting, a revelation. For others, it may feel uncomfortable, even unsettling. But one thing is certain, you will not leave this session the same person who started it. So if you're ready to break free from the invisible scripts that have been running your life on autopilot, let's begin. My name's Vishen Lakhiani. Over the last 2.5 decades, I've had the privilege of sitting with, interviewing, and learning from over 1,000 of the greatest minds in personal growth, spirituality, health, business, neuroscience, and human optimization. I've shared the stage with the Dalai Lama, trained Hollywood celebrities, pro athletes, and billionaires, and was even invited recently by CNN to give advice to the world on their global 2025 New Year broadcast. My book, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, became at one point the #1 book in the world. even outselling the combined works of J.K. Rowling and Tolkien.
His first book, Code of the Extraordinary Mind, was the #1 book in the world.
I'm not telling you this to impress you. I'm telling you this to show you the depth of research that has gone into what I'm about to share, and to show you what's possible when you learn to take control of your models of reality and your systems for living. Because the truth is, the way you see the world determines the world you live in. And today, I'm going to show you how to bend reality in your favor using a structured, science-backed framework. By the time we're done, you'll see exactly how to do it too. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to completely rewire your mind for the life you actually want. Even if you feel like you've tried everything, you're going to discover the single biggest lie society has conditioned you to believe, and how to break free, the 4 levels of consciousness, and how to upgrade your thinking instantly, how to enter altered states of awareness to unlock deep intuition, creativity, and flow, and how the world's most successful people use their brain differently, and how to install their mindset in yourself.
I am mind blown at the results I got, I have to say.
The way I am looking at life has changed, and I can feel a sense of joy in my life now.
It gives me a lot of power.
I have been able to become more friendly with the mind.
After every class, something extraordinary would happen in my life.
I always have money now. Opportunities are just coming from out of nowhere, it seems.
I've grown as an individual.
I have been writing a book for the last 6 years, and I finally finished writing it.
I now have the courage to stand on my own 2 feet.
Things are already happening in my life.
I wasn't always the go-to personal growth guy. In fact, for most of my early life, I felt lost, stuck, trapped in a reality that wasn't my own. I grew up in Malaysia, in traditional culture, that had strict rules about what success looked like. Go to school, get good grades, become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, work hard, retire. That was the only path. And like so many people, I began to follow it. But I always felt like a misfit. I was bullied at school. I had severe acne that eroded my self-confidence.
I'm turning him off. Jesus Christ, with all that manifestation, you figured you might, you know, conjure up a way to do an ad. If you can't convince me in 30 seconds, you're not gonna. You know? Don't take 3 minutes about it, mate. No. Shut up. Like, yeah. We get it, mate. We saw The Secret. If you want to be blah blah blah, then that's what the universe will give you. The wants. Which is all true, but you know, I just resent that whatever forces think that I need to be told that. Fuck off. He's still going, this guy. Usually there's a little skip button. Ah, it's really, we've lost all the viewers now. Fucking hell. Okay, I just don't know what the fuck. What am I going to do now? Let's check the PayPal. Because I've got this PayPal badge thing. Now I can skip. Fucking Jesus Christ.
So yes, I can hear that COPD.
Okay. How you doing? Good. I'll set that energy.
You want to let him know stay in the chair? So I want to take a walk over.
Yes, very much. If you don't mind. Just not, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Something hurt you, Leroy? Something, you in pain?
He bounced off every sharp point of this one.
Like seizure maybe or something?
It is what they want.
He wouldn't tell me. I kept asking him, "Where did you see?" It's just like the video came in.
So he was talking to you.
God, that's brutal, isn't it? Just knowing that the little microscopic razor blades are tearing apart his intestine and kidneys. Fuck. Renal failure, whatever you call it.
Just that, and, call the ambulance. That's,
So you actually told him to call the ambulance?
yes.
Well, relax, Leroy, we got you. Sit back.
Relax.
Sit back, big guy.
Good steady, Paul. Relax, bud. It's all right. Relax.
It's okay, bud.
All right, bud.
Do you guys want to pull me into this? I don't hear it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Hold on, love. Relax.
Hey, Leroy, relax, buddy. We're here to help you.
Relax.
Just lean forward. No, don't fight us.
Lean forward? Is that the best idea? Why don't you lie him down? In the recovery position or something. I don't know.
If you're hearing these words, it's not a coincidence. Something powerful is moving in the invisible, and it's calling out to you. Since the day you were born, a guardian angel has been watching over you. He's seen.
You got a pacemaker.
Do you have anything with medical history like that? Just a pacemaker.
He said, call the in, something like that. We can't communicate with us now. Faster.
Leroy, what do you think about the one with a chair? You ready to say anything at all? Shake your head, yes, no? You said it's just any minutes that it takes?
Is there gas on? There's gas on.
Do you have a list or anything? Okay, any allergies?
That's just one.
Sit.
Sit. Sit, baby girl. Leroy, you gotta sit back, alright? We're gonna put some straps around you, we're gonna carry you out. Yeah, if you wanna drive, then we can get home somehow. So, other than the pacemaker, what does he have for medical issues? Anything?
No. Really? Oh fuck, so we have to close and then open? I don't even know. Pick up and over, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys gonna have a challenge getting him out of here. It's not. This is when I go. Yeah. Tough time getting him out of here. It's a clusterfuck. He's like combative because I don't know if he had a seizure or something, but.
Tim? My camera changed, you know. I know Tim.
Okay. Who's that guy? Don't tell me he's part of the fire department. Mate, that beard is a fire hazard. Shouldn't that be under some, protective layer of Kevlar or something? What is it called? Kevlar?
What did Grace say?
Said there's no reason to use the parking brake, and also we need to front brakes as well, so that's why the fluid limits coming out. So we're gonna do that Monday and do your car.
We can do it next week. We'll follow.
Now, with the caveat that the officer wearing the body cam kind of stepped in and out of the room that you were in, did that accurately portray your interactions with Mr. Fowler on November 11th of 2022?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in the video, as it's playing, you can hear in the background or on the audio somebody groaning, sort of almost constantly. Who was that?
It was the individual on the ground.
Mr. Fowler?
Yes.
Okay. And obviously you had a little bit more contact with him than the video shows because the video doesn't quite get him into the ambulance. From when the video ends until you ended your involvement with Mr. Fowler that morning, was he able to give you any other information? Was he able to talk to you at all?
I don't recall any conversation with him.
Did his appearance or his demeanor change at all from when you got him into the chair into the last couple of seconds before he got into the ambulance?
I'd say the only difference would be he kind of, I guess, maybe felt more stimulated because we were moving him, so started to grow a little bit more. I think he heard at one point said it just relaxed. We're trying to get him in a chair, get him out. Started to be a little bit more movement-wise with the arms and stuff like that, but that's it.
And based on your medical treatment, I know you're not a doctor, were you able to figure out at that point, what was wrong with him?
No, that was what we struggled with, trying to come up with the right plan and, hospital for him. We really had no idea what was going on.
So while you were there on scene, did you, aside from sort of holding him up to make sure he didn't fall down, hurt himself that way, did you provide any sort of medical intervention for him that morning at the house?
No.
And in the bedroom itself where you were, or in the kitchen as you walked in and out, did you notice any drugs or anything like that anywhere in the apartment?
I did not.
I don't have any further, Your Honor. Thank you. Your witness, Mr. Witness.
You didn't check that bird feeder though, did you? That's where they keep all the pills. It's a decoy, right? Stash. Did you notice any drugs in the apartment? No. Did you check the bird feeder? No.
In relation to
hard workouts make you old. Chair Tai Chi makes you young. Start Chair Tai Chi on Monday and see real results.
Disappear for a month. On Monday, we're
responding to an event such as this, ultimately you do some sort of paperwork when you get back to the station, right?
That's correct.
And this is actually two different types of, I have two different types of documents. One would be the incident report filed by the Salisbury Police Department. Did you have an opportunity to look at that before you came in here today?
Yes, I believe, yes.
And in relation also to that, there is a pre-hospital care report. Is that also done by your group?
It is.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to look at that?
I did not. I did not fill out that report.
And would you possibly, within the context of that, there's a narrative. Judge, may I approach to refresh this?
If you may approach. If you dare with me sounding like this.
You do the unmarked one of all my secret notes. You can just put that down in front of you and ask you to look at that for a moment. Now there's a narrative section in that, and the purpose of that would be what?
I'm sorry, the purpose of the narrative?
Yeah.
To describe the events, what we saw, what we witnessed, what we did.
Okay. And within the context of that, the fourth line down said he was conscious and somewhat alert when you first got there, correct?
I'm just making sure, so is this the patient care report? Because again, this isn't my report. This isn't my report though.
This is not your report?
No, so can I explain?
Well, let me just take you through it. In the corner, it has the same symbol, but it's from the fire department, right?
I must object. There's no refreshing going on here. The report itself is not evidence, so we just need to actually ask a admissible question.
Well, I'm going to allow Mr. Narkunis to at least ask the witness about whose report or what this report is. Whether I permit any other questions remains to be seen by Mr. Narkunis.
And showing you a second report titled Salisbury Fire Department. The purpose of that would be it has the same logo in the upper corner as the other report called Pre-Hospital Care Report, correct?
Yes, so these are two different reports. I did write this one.
The two reports that are associated, that are required by your department in responding to such a call as this?
Yes, one gets reported to the state, one is in-house and is on our record system.
But it's the group under you that responded that would supply the information for both those reports, right?
Correct.
So within the context then of the narrative that is there, either you or one of the other people with you filled out that report and said he was conscious and somewhat alert, right?
Same objection, Judge. Sustained. The witness has said this is not his report, he didn't fill it out.
But again, that is a report done by someone of the crew that's shown in that film, correct?
This patient pre-hospital care report was done by a member shown in that video, yes. Not myself.
People with you, right?
Correct.
Okay. Under your direction, right?
Correct.
And at any point in time, do you adopt that and sign that as since you were in charge of that group and it becomes your report?
I do not. That's what this report's for.
Who did the actual narrative report? Of those men who were there with you, who did that report?
Matthew Swenson, he was on shift that day, and he was the lead tech for that call.
And in the context of it, do you collectively get together before a report like that is filed and say, how do we report this?
We have discussions on it, but it's up to him to write how he handled the call, what he did for treatments. I don't really have any input other than, sharing experiences on calls and trying to, figure out what was going on. But this is just a factual report on what he did.
Okay. So he's the person that does the medical assessment.
Correct. We always work in teams, but there's always a lead tech, we call it, and that's the one responsible for doing the pre-hospital care report.
So from the fire department, from the crew that we just saw there is a person that is responsible for the medical assessment.
Correct.
And that's the person that did the narrative.
Correct.
So you don't make the medical assessment.
Well, again, we work as a team to provide care for the patient, but when it comes to the record portion, record keeping, only one person can write a report, and it's the lead tech. So that would have been Matt for this call.
And that would be the person most qualified to give the medical assessment of the group that was there.
Not always the most qualified. We were all basic.
Eu demorei mais de 4 anos a perceber o principal problema dos departamentos comerciais em Portugal e hoje vou explicar-te em alguns segundos o que é que ele é. A verdade é que
EMTs, so we had the same qualifications. Ken, it was just on that particular shift, I was in charge. It was his responsibility to do the report. That's just kind of how
We're
it.
going to want to make sure he doesn't write something that you completely disagree with, right? You're the shift commander, right?
I've never come across that. Like we.
Well, that wasn't the question. You don't want him to write down something that you don't agree with, right?
I don't really have any control over that. He writes down, what he saw, what he did, how he performed, vitals. That's. I never questioned. We train on this. I never questioned one of my guys whether he was doing a report correctly.
So if he's in charge, he makes the medical assessment independent of you. Your observations as to medical issues there don't carry the same weight, right?
I'm not quite sure I understand.
One person, you're telling me, makes the medical assessment. One person
No, I said one person does a report.
of the medical assessment. Without any input from you.
On the report, correct. I don't provide any input while he's making the report.
So whatever that says, whoever else it goes to, and whatever accountability is for that, your hands are clean.
I don't understand.
If you're the shift commander,
Correct.
people under you report what you believe should be reported as a charge, or they don't, right?
I'm not
What
sure
you're telling
whether
me is the person that does this report operates.
Would you like the witness to answer the first question, Judge?
Why is the defense attorney getting frustrated with this witness like it's a fiery cross-examination? But what you're telling me is that your fire department logo is in the top left-hand corner of this page. And you're saying that you didn't write the report? So it was someone else in the fire department without a mustache.
Yes, just a moment. You asked the question and you started to say, I think, I'm not sure. You may finish what your response was to the first question.
Could you repeat the first question then?
You don't need to repeat the first question. I think we can infer you were saying you don't understand the question. Next question.
So, this pre-hospital care report is done.
Hey, Judge, why don't you just send everybody home and you can play the role of witness, prosecutor, defense attorney, and jury. And defendant. Okay, I think we can infer that you don't understand the question. Next question. And that question will be... It's all up to the judge. He's gone mad with power.
Done by the person most medically qualified of your group, and you don't have any input to it.
Again, that's not accurate.
What would be accurate?
It's not, I've already stated, it's not the most qualified person. We have the same qualifications. It's the person that was in that role on that engine that day, that was responsible for doing the report. Sometimes we alternate. If it was another call, I can say, okay, I'll do this report. Depends on who the lead tech was. That's what I'm trying to to explain to you. He was the lead tech, I was the officer, the third individual was the driver. So we all have a role. Sure, we all assess patients, we all try to provide patient care, but there's only one individual that does that report. I don't put my fingers in it, neither does the driver, neither does the police officer. It's just that one individual. So,
Just the last kind of question. So this would be the only report as to the condition of the person that you saw on that morning, right?
from us, yes.
Can you explain to the documentation of that?
Yes, you may.
Would it be a fair assessment that when entering the room, Mr. Fowler was conscious and somewhat alert? Is that your memory?
He was conscious and by somewhat alert, yeah. I mean, he was able to make noises.
Nothing further, thank you.
Mr. Camilio, any follow-up?
No, thank you, sir.
You may step down, Lieutenant. Thank you very much. Before your next witness, I just want to...
You better run to the barber shop. They're closing in an hour. He's going for his daily trim.
Jurors, during the testimony of the last witness, who was Lieutenant Foss, you heard references to various reports, one of which he said he wrote, one of which he said he didn't. And throughout the course of this trial, you may hear various witnesses questioned about something that they may have said in a report, or perhaps something somebody else said in a report. It could be a reference to something a witness may have said in an interview, even perhaps a recorded interview. It may be a reference to what someone may have said in a grand jury. And when you hear these things, you may think to yourself, I'd like to see that report. I'd like to see that recorded interview. I'd like to see the grand jury transcript. What I want you to understand is that our rules of evidence allow the lawyers to make certain limited use of...
Oh, that was defense writing. Yeah. I can see the chat now on if I play the video myself, but I cannot push comments on the screen. I don't know why. That's YouTube problem. That's not my problem. It's their purple monkey technical difficulties.
These documents. One of the most frequent ones is if somebody has said something in a report, for example, on a prior occasion, that may be construed to be somewhat different from what the witness may be saying on the witness stand. They may be asked, didn't you say something different during an interview? Didn't you say something different in your report? Did you say something different before the grand jury when testifying? That's a permissible use. But what neither side can do, neither lawyer on either side or any of the lawyers on either side can do, is simply offer those documents into evidence. So you shouldn't hold it against any attorney or the parties they represent that you're not seeing these things that you might think you'd like to see, because our rules of evidence don't permit them to do that. And so I want you to understand that at the outset as you start to hear these references to various documents and the like.
My ex-wife invited me to her wedding. I've been without her for 1 month, doing Tai Chi walking, 7 minutes.
Mr. Camilio.
Why am I getting all these Tai Chi ads? I haven't been looking up anything about Tai Chi. It's all Tai Chi and cosmic manifestation. What are we going to have next? Scented candles. Yeah, we're an hour and a half in, more. And we're 2 witnesses down. Why? Because we've got these goddamn ads.
Next witness.
Thank you. Matthew Swenson.
They really love their courtrooms in Massachusetts, don't they? This is a modern one. But I don't think the building's modern. But this room's been fitted out in the last... well, certainly the last 20 years, which obviously some courtrooms can be over 100 years or more old. What was the trial I was really hoping was going to be in a nice old courtroom, but it wasn't. Which one was that? What trials have there been in the last few months? Where would that have been? There was a case coming up, and it was like, it must have been in a certain state or something. What would that have been? I don't know. That doesn't really matter.
Do me a favor, just stand on this blue line.
Sir, if you would kindly face me and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the cause now in hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning, sir. A nice loud voice. Could you introduce yourself to the jury? And spell your last name, please.
Good morning. My name is Matthew Swenson. It's Swenson.
All right. And I know it's maybe a little uncomfortable because you're a big guy and the microphone's a little too far away from you. You can pull it a little. Closer if you need to certify the stem there.
Okay, that's a mute button flashing there. Okay, so what did I just say? I said this guy, I asked him if he had borrowed this suit because it's hard to believe, but it's actually too big for him. And he's donning an Apple Watch. I've decided that I am 100% fundamentally against Apple Watches and anybody who wears one. And I know some of you are looking at your wrist right now and going, oh, well, what's wrong with it? It's really good, and it has a heart rate monitor, so I know my heart is beating. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them. And that wedding ring, I mean, it's not like he's got pianist fingers or anything, but a little on the small side, isn't it? Is that... It's like a woman's ring.
And sir, what do you do for work?
I am a fire lieutenant, EMT.
All right. And how long have you been a firefighter, sir, with the Salisbury Fire Department?
25 years.
Okay. And as a lieutenant with the fire department, sir, what are your duties and responsibilities?
I'm in charge of a shift. I have.
You're in what? I'm in charge. I'm in charge of a shift.
3 firefighters under me.
Okay. And what sort of calls do you and other members of the Salisbury Fire Department respond to?
We respond to fire calls, public assists, medical emergencies, public service, pretty much everything.
All right. You guys have already done that sort of thing. So you also mentioned that in addition to being a lieutenant, you're also an EMT. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. And when did you get your EMT training, sir?
In 1996.
Okay. So it's
30 years.
30 years. All right. So were you an EMT prior to becoming a firefighter?
Yes.
Okay. And that is just the basic EMT certification?
Yes.
All right. Now, sir, I want to take you back to November 11th of 2022. Were you working on that day?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And the jury heard from Lieutenant Foss a few minutes ago. So were there 2 lieutenants on shift that day?
No, I was just a firefighter at that time.
Oh, hadn't been promoted yet at that time. When did you get promoted?
2 years ago.
So that particular day,
It's an incredible time to be alive. Things are different now. The frequencies on this planet have changed. There are things that are possible now that were not possible.
Hey, do you think when that guy catches the codfish, it's frozen the moment it's brought onto the boat?
Lieutenant Foss and a couple of other individuals responded to a medical call a little bit after 8 a.m., is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember where you went?
It was, I believe, 108 Central Avenue.
Was that an address that you were sort of familiar with from living in Salisbury, or being a member of this?
We knew Central Ave. We do a lot of calls on down the beach area. Yes.
Okay. All right. So you Lieutenant Swenson, arrived in the fire truck to that address. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And what did you do when you got there, sir?
I was riding the rear, which is usually the tech guy, which we call it. I grabbed my first in bag, and I went down the walkway toward where the police officer was.
Okay. And so as the first in guy or the tech guy, what does that mean?
We're usually the ones that make patient contact first, or to the family. We'll ask what was going on, we'll talk to the family, ask what was going on, and then talk to the patient.
Just to sort of divide up the roles?
Yes. Yeah.
So you go into the apartment, into that floor of the home, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and when you entered, what did you see as you entered the apartment, sir?
We walked in, there was a lot of boxes and stuff around in the apartment. And the female met me at the door, and then I could hear the gentleman moaning. So she walked me into the bedroom where he was. He was sitting on the floor in the bedroom.
Okay. Did you recognize either the woman who answered the door or the man who was on the floor at that time?
No, I've never met them before.
Okay. So you see the man on the floor in the bedroom. You later learned his name to be Leroy Fowler, is that correct?
Yes. All right. Yes.
And so what were your initial, aside from the moaning you said you could hear from the other room, what were your initial observations of Mr. Fowler when you first saw him?
He was, like I said, he was sitting on the floor in the bedroom. He was just kind of like reaching out. He just had his arms out, and he was moaning.
Okay. Did you make contact with him?
Yes.
All right. What was the result of that sort of first contact you made with Mr. Fowler?
I didn't get anything back from him. I believe I called his name, and I asked him what was going on. He was unable to answer me.
Okay. Just did he continue to moan?
Yeah, he continued to moan and just reach out.
So fair to say he was conscious.
Yes.
Okay. What would you describe his alertness? How would you describe that?
He wasn't very alert. He was conscious. He was breathing fine, but he wasn't very alert. He was, like I said, he was just reaching out and just moaning.
Okay. Now, did you provide any aid to him while you were in the apartment?
We attempted to get vital signs from him, but it was extremely difficult because he was, like I said, he was moving around, kept on moving his arms.
Just couldn't hold still?
Couldn't hold still, so I kept on asking questions, like asking questions to him, see if he would answer me, and asking questions to the female about any history he had, any medications he'd take.
Okay. Was he ever able to answer any of those questions that you asked him about any medical conditions or questions he asked?
Not at all.
So, based on what you were seeing, because you couldn't get vitals and he wasn't able to give you any information, based on what you were seeing at that point in time, were you able to tell what was wrong with him?
I was not, no.
So based on, again, what you're seeing and what you're hearing from him, was that the type of moaning or the breathing that he was that at all significant to you or concerning?
No, his breathing was fine. His pulse was fine. He had a really strong pulse. It was just he was unable to answer me.
So based on that, what you were seeing, what you were hearing, what do you guys decide to do at that point?
He definitely need to be transported to the hospital as soon as possible for higher care.
Yeah. Okay. More care than basic EMT can provide.
Yes.
Yeah, we needed someone who could manage to do up their own tie. We needed someone at that level of skill to treat the man.
Did you see any signs of, on Mr. Fowler, any evidence, breath or anything else, even, drinking alcohol or something like that?
I didn't smell anything. I got down pretty close to him. When I was trying to talk to him, I didn't smell anything.
You were kind of holding him up at that point?
I was kind of holding him up and trying to keep his arms from flailing around.
Was that to keep you from getting hurt, keep him from getting hurt?
Both. Yes.
One of the terms that you used earlier was, I don't want to get it wrong, was you were giving a description of his alertness level. What was the word you used? Was it somewhat, or what was the word you used?
Welcome to the official European Commission YouTube channel, your go-to source for what's happening in Europe. Key decisions that affect our lives are taken every day, and we are here to...
We do like when we do our report, it's conscious and alert and oriented. Is what we use our report is like CO.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I've got a good video that's already on the computer. And then, not of this though, but I'll see if we can
CAO.
find a way to avoid those ads.
It's either ×4, which is a normal person who's talking. ×3 is a little confused. ×2 is very confused. So he was very confused. I'd probably say probably a ×2. A ×1 is almost unresponsive.
So he was conscious but not responsive to your question?
Yes, that's correct.
And by conscious, obviously, you mean he's breathing.
He's breathing. Yeah, he's breathing. He had a good heart rate.
That's sort of the base, sort of the bottom level, I guess.
Yes.
And then once you said he wasn't able to answer any of your questions in the bedroom, correct?
None.
All right. So you and some of the other individuals that were there providing assistance, you put them in a special kind of chair for transport out of the apartment?
Yes, we call it a stair chair. It's we sit them in it. They're secured to the chair with seat belts to carry them out of the residence.
And called a stair chair?
Stair chair.
Going up and down the stairs?
Yes.
So from the time you put him in the chair, you then sort of take him down the stairs and wheel him over to the ambulance, is that correct?
Yes.
The ambulance is not operated by the fire department?
No, it's a private service.
So from when you all help him out of the apartment to the ambulance, during that time at all, was he able to say anything to you regarding his condition?
I don't believe so.
Thank you. Nothing further.
You're welcome. Mr. Norquist?
Sir, you've been continually employed by the fire department since November of 2022, correct?
Yes, sir.
And on an average yearly basis, how many calls such as this would you respond to? Medical calls.
Medical calls? I'd say probably 1,000 to 1,500 a year.
And so from 2022 to now, you had somewhere around another 5,000 calls, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's fair to say there was nothing significantly unusual about this call, correct? Let me strike that clear. Did you have an opportunity to look at the video before you came in to testify today?
I did, sir. I was shown.
And in the context of that video, it's fair to say that there was nothing significantly unusual when you arrived. Meaning, his arm wasn't hanging off, you didn't need to do immediate medical attention.
No, nothing that I saw that needed immediate attention.
And in relation
didn't see a mirror.
To what was done for him at that point in time, you were part of the group that was there. My understanding now is that only one of that group of firefighters writes a report afterwards called a pre-hospital care report, correct?
That's correct, sir. It's usually the tech who takes care of the patient who has initial contact. That would be me.
And did you have an opportunity to look at that before you came in here today to refresh your memory?
I did not, sir.
And if I showed you a document, would you be able to tell me that's the report that you in fact get?
Sure.
May I approach? Yes, you may. ask you to just take a moment and look at that cover sheet, sir. Is that the document that you prepared in relation to the response you did for Mr. Fowler?
Yes, it is, sir.
And how quickly after the event is that done?
It's usually done right after the call when we get back to quarters.
And the words that are contained within the narrative would have reflected your memory of what had occurred, right?
Yes, sir.
And is it fair to say that you said he was conscious and somewhat alert, line 4 in the narrative?
Yes. Conscious and somewhat alert, yeah. Sorry, forgot my reading glasses.
Sorry. So it does say you wrote down conscious and somewhat alert when you arrived.
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
I don't have any further questions.
Any redirect, Mr. Oh, you can collect that first. Any redirect, Mr. Camilli?
If you're a native or fluent English-speaking Western expat living abroad and you're looking for a new online career,
Thank you. Thank you very much. You may step down, Lieutenant. Mr. Camellia?
Jonathan Lemke.
Would you ever stand on that blue line?
Sir, if you face me and raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the cause now in hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, sir. Could you please introduce yourself to the jury and spell your last name?
My name is Jonathan Lemke, Lemke.
And sir, how old are you?
24.
And what do you do for work, sir?
I'm an EMT.
All right. How long have you been an EMT?
Coming up on 5 years.
And what is your level of EMT certification?
EMT basic.
Okay. And
The lowest one. They said I can try for a promotion right as soon as I work out what to do with my hair.
so you were 19
And iron my shirt.
or so when you went through EMT training?
And get a little bit of a tan.
Just about, yes.
All right.
I know it's tough up there in Massachusetts, but you can do better. You can do better. Tanning bed at home, salon, treat yourself.
And we've actually heard from a couple of other witnesses who are also EMTs, but just real quickly, can you tell us a little bit about what kind of training you get to become a basic EMT?
For me, it was a little bit different than the regular. I went through an accelerated course in Massachusetts.
I think in Massachusetts, all you need to do to become an EMT is just not show up drunk, right? Then you're on the team.
During COVID to kind of expedite providers in the field, but it's a lot of classroom and practical skill training.
Okay, and the goal being to be able to allow you to provide first responder medical treatment and attention to people who are in need?
Yes, sir.
So after you got your EMT certification, where'd you go to work?
With Cataldo ambulance.
Okay. And I see Cataldo ambulances all over the place. So is that a pretty big ambulance company?
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you know where were you stationed for Cataldo?
Funnily enough, right here in Salem.
Right here in Salem. All right. And is Cataldo also associated with Atlantic? Is that the same company?
Yes. It is a northern division of Cataldo.
Okay. And so usually, what was your normal shift like when you were working for Cataldo?
When I was in Salem, I was a 911 ambulance on a EMT basic truck. When I was operating in Newburyport, I was a 911 and interfacility ambulance.
So what was the second part of that?
Interfacility.
What's that
So
mean?
hospital to hospital, hospital to nursing home, not emergent transport.
I get it. All right. So in addition to working in the Salem area, you also worked in the Newburyport area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did Newburyport encompass Salisbury?
Yes, sir. We responded to Salisbury.
Okay. All right. Now, sir, I want to take you back to November 11th of 2022. Were you working for Cataldo at that point in time?
Yes, sir.
All right. And were you working in Salem or in Newburyport at that point in time?
Newburyport.
And that morning, a little bit after 8 o'clock, did you respond to 108 Central Ave in Salisbury for a call for assistance?
Yes, sir.
And so when you arrived on scene, were there other emergency or police personnel already there when you arrived?
Yes, sir. I had police and fire.
Okay. So when you arrived on scene, what did you do, sir?
I stepped out of the ambulance and spoke with the police and fire department on scene. I believe there was also a female who was the caller.
Yeah, that better not be Gatorade or whatever, Powerade. Oh, God, look at her, huh? You know, she looks like, what's his name? Oh, what's his, God, I really like this guy, and what's his name? His name is... Oh. Fuck. I can't believe I've forgotten his name. What's his name? Longshanks. Patrick McGowan. Oh. Okay, so when Patrick McGowan was in a Columbo episode, I think it was the one where he's the killer and he's like CIA, and there's a bar in it near the Santa Monica Pier called Sinbad's, right? So if we go to Patrick McGowan, Columbo, he's even got the same glasses. Yeah, I'm looking for a good picture. Let's... Yeah, this one. That'll do. You'll see what I mean. Okay, is that even, you know, in the same ballpark? Oh, so annoying, this thing. You know, with the forehead and the hairline is the thing, and then the glasses and the sometimes the complexion, it doesn't show in that picture, but yeah, just missing the mustache. What she could do, what Judy Church could do, is actually borrow the sideburns of the mustache from that EMT that was just in. No, it's the forehead. It's the forehead and the hairline that's spot on in this picture. No? Am I right or what?
Who I spoke with, and then I went inside to see the patient.
All right. So when you arrive on scene and firefighters are already providing some assistance to a patient, do you take over or do they keep doing it? How's that work?
We take over.
Okay. So you take over when you walk in, and so what did you notice about the patient when you walked in?
A verdade é que tu, como empresário, estás sempre a
Hey, who loves Metrix better than they love ads? We can get rid of those ads right now with your support. With your support on the PayPals, right? Go to PayPal. Letter of the day is P. By the way, Ryden, I did not get that message earlier. What was it? Can I read it out? It's nothing. Sesame Street rots the children's minds. H was the letter of the day yesterday. No more TV with their coffee. I'm lost. I know I said something about H, but I'm lost. Sesame Street rots the children's minds. This is like a Bukowski poem. Or Carver short story. Sesame Street rots the children's minds. H was the letter of the day yesterday. No more TV with their coffee. Does that not read just like a Bukowski poem? I mean, let's pull up a Bukowski poem just randomly, right? Okay. Anyone at random, this one. I knew that I was dying. Something in me said, go ahead, die, sleep. Become as them, accept. Then something else in me said, no, save the tiniest bit. It needn't be much, just a spark. And then if we segue straight into Riding's poem, H was the letter of the day yesterday. No more TV with their coffee. You missed your calling, Riding.
From what I recall, he was sick, lethargic, confused, either sitting on the bed or next to his bed.
Did you talk to him?
Yes, sir.
What were you asking? What were you saying?
I was asking what was going on, how he was feeling, if he knew where he was, what was going on with him, and I asked about any drug use.
Was he able to answer you at that point in time?
He was struggling. He was definitely confused to time and place, but with prodding and questioning, yes.
Okay. And so what part of the question was he able to, or what part or all of your question was he able to answer?
He was able to describe how he was feeling. He was able to identify himself. And he was able to...
You mean the witness right now, Spooge? Oh. You see, I think that was the episode where I decided that Breaking Bad, as great as it is, I cried at the finale. I mean, it's a fantastic show in many, many ways, right? But it's also ridiculous and made for fucking children. Not taking anything away from it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Watched the whole thing probably 8 times. I mean, yeah, great. But it's those bits where Spooge and the crackhead mother of the kid, and it's just like, oh, okay, here's like a version of what druggies look like for people that don't know what druggies look like. It's like, what the fuck is this? They're all like scratching their nose with the back of their hand. They're all dirty, like they've been in a coal mine. It's like, give me a hit of that. Yeah, break me off a bit of that. Break me off a bit of that. It's like, whatever. And then the other example of that was in the Better Call Sauls, where some kids said, "Oh, you mean if we get a lawyer, the next one's free? That means we can do whatever we want." And then they go on this binge that nobody has ever done. It's ridiculous. And it could just be real. That would be better, right?
Confirm that he had used Percocets.
Okay, and where was this conversation in the house or was this conversation that was outside?
Began in the house and then transitioned into the ambulance.
Okay. And do you remember if this was mostly in the ambulance or mostly in the house, this conversation?
Hang on. You have to read the prior dialogue. Okay, I can. Everybody come to Discord, by the way, because that's where Riding publishes her poems, which are great, even better than the Bukowski. We're going to put... Oh, hang on. Now I can't put a link because I'm Metrix Archive, or I can put a link. I don't know. Did that link show up? Maybe. What were we going to do? Read the previous dialogue. Okay, so... we had Victoria Girl saying the C word does not go down the same way in America. True, no C or N words. This is writing. True, no C or N words, and the R word has become unacceptable over the past 30 years. What do you mean? Raccoon? What else would it be? Raccoon or rape? Rape a raccoon on PayPal today. They're lining up. Word has become unacceptable over the past 30 years. Cybersecurity, Cellbrite, and perhaps some classes at Quantico. And then I said I always steer clear of the letter H. And I was being just totally, I picked the letter with the least meaning in an attempt to make people scratch their heads over nothing, because even the notion of that is amusing to me. And now it backfired, because I'm reading this fucking quote from Riding and I'm like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Is it deep or is it just gibberish? I don't know. Sesame, let's read it again. I want to get it tattooed, and I don't even have a tattoo. I'm against tattoos. But this one I want right across my chest in big, gothic letters, right? In red ink, so it looks like blood carved into my chest. This is what it would read. Sesame Street rots the children's minds. H was the letter of the day yesterday. No more TV with their coffee. I still have no idea what's going on. I'm sorry. I love it though. I love it. I love it because I don't know what it means. But I feel it. I feel it.
As a transition, how long were you in the house for?
Very briefly, we tried to check him out, make sure he was okay, and then get him out.
So when you say very briefly,
Retarded. That's even better. Rape a retarded
and so,
raccoon on PayPal.
How long? So you put him in the ambulance. So you said he was able to talk to you about some issues. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
What did he say?
He stayed.
Bit of a tidy little job at the back there as well. Is Michelle still here? She's probably got work tomorrow, so maybe already gone. But I'd say that guy has a rigorous, salon approved, he probably got some tips from his stylist about, home hair care, right? Because that's not just, selenium, bit of head and shoulders. No. That's got some shine, right? I mean, are those highlights? Or is it just the lighting? Because it doesn't look like, where grey comes through. It looks colourful. That's been probably coloured, and then he's got a colour enriching, what do you call it? Milk oil that he rubs in. Maybe Moroccan oil, or just, patchouli.
Stated to me that he took 2 Perc-10s the night before the incident.
What's a Perc-10?
It is a.
God, look at that! Look at that human being there. The female human being. Pretty rough, eh? And just think, in all likelihood, someone who might not even be arrested yet, right? Who is currently out free, thinking they're going to be free for the rest of their lives until one day something happens that by a simple twist of fate ends them up in a cell bunking with this. Ugh. Wouldn't that be the worst possible way to spend the rest of your life? Like, at least if they've got nice skin, you can go, oh, my celly is gorgeous. But not with this one. No.
What type of Percocet?
10 milligram pill of Percocet?
I believe so, yes.
All right, and was he able to give you any other information?
Not much outside of how he was feeling. And
what did he say about how he was feeling?
He himself acknowledged that he was confused, he didn't know what was going on, and that he was feeling sick.
So you put him in, you with assist from the fire department, he goes into the ambulance, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And where does he go from 108, where does he go to?
I'll see my ex-wife at our daughter's wedding. I've been without her for 1 month doing Tai Chi walking, 7 minutes every day.
We transported to the NHS hospital.
And how long, I know it's a little bit inexact, but about how long from 108 Central Street, Salisbury to NHS?
It's been some time, but I would say between 15 and 30 minutes.
Did his demeanor or his presentation change during the course of the ambulance ride?
Not that I recall.
Was he still moaning the way he had been when he walked into the apartment?
Yes, sir.
Were the arms still flailing around a little bit, or was he kind of restrained within the chair?
Once he was in the ambulance on the stretcher, he had seatbelts on, so there wasn't much room for him to be able to flail.
Okay. Based on what you were seeing, could you tell what was wrong with him?
I didn't have an exact diagnosis. That's not actually within our job to do, but I had a impression of substance abuse, but not one of substance overdose.
So the riding to the hospital, is that just you and your ambulance crew, the Cataldo crew, no fire, no police?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Narcoons?
Thank you. So, Lindsay, these were being asked here to recall events of November 2022, correct?
Yes, sir.
It'd be fair to say that your memory would have been better back in, say, early 2023 of those events than it would be here today, 4 years later?
Yes, sir.
And at any point in time, did you have a chance to go in and do an interview with the police officer?
Yes, sir, I did.
And did that, in fact, interview take place on February 6th of 2023?
Yes, sir.
And were you asked somewhat similar questions as Emilio asked you here about what took place that day?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you arrived on that day, it's fair to say you're trying to make a determination of what the medical needs are of that person, right?
Yes, sir.
And when you don't see something exterior to the person, such as blood or cut or redness indicating what the cause may be or the injury may be, you ask them what's wrong, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you ask them to tell you, can you help us? Did you take something? What's wrong, right?
Yes, sir.
And in response to that, in this particular case, Mr. Fowler was able to give you a verbal response, right?
Yes, sir.
And you said, I think that he actually did that twice, once in the house and once in the ambulance?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when you were asked back in February of 2023, you recall that you believed at that point in time that you said it was something along the lines of, I took 10 pills was the response from Mr. Fowler?
Yes, sir. And that was a statement made in error.
I'm sorry,
That was a statement made in error. I was.
February 2023, as you told us, your memory was much more alert than it would be today of those events 4 years ago. That statement was wrong.
Yes, sir. Prior to that interview, I had spoken with my previous employer to gain access to my report for that patient. My previous employer refused, but instead verbally read it aloud, and when he read it, he told me 10 Percocets instead of the 2 Perc-10s.
Okay. And did you have some sort of seance that allowed you to know that that statement was incorrect, the 10s were correct?
I think he's having a seance right now. He's probably going to make contact with his dead grandmother.
Yes, Judge. To the form, sustained to the form.
At some point in time, after February 2023, you then came to take some realization that that statement that you made in 2023 was incorrect, right?
Yes, sir.
And did you go back to the police and file a new report?
I did not, sir.
Did not?
No, sir.
So up until testimony here today, that statement of 2023 was your official statement?
Yes, sir.
Now, in relation to, let me strike that. When you went into the meeting in February of 2023, were you threatened in any way by the officer that was taking the statement?
No, sir.
Did he treat you harshly?
No, sir.
Did he accuse you in any way by questions he asked?
No, sir.
And when you gave him your answer at that point in time of, I took 10 perks, is it fair to say that at that point in time was the answer you believe was correct?
Yes, sir.
And you believe that that's the answer you heard twice from Mr. Powell? In 2023, that was the answer you believe you heard twice from Mr. Powell?
Yes, sir.
I had a health condition and you hypnotized me, and in 20 minutes that health condition disappeared. I was mind blown, and that's when I started, working with you more, and we.
Fucking ads. It's so distracting, and we've got 16 people here. Maybe we should come back tomorrow. Try and do something about this YouTube thing. How many witnesses are there? There's that lady there. And then what? Lunch? Oh, lady again. Break. That lady's on for a long time. Who is she? Uh-oh. He looks fun. Have you ever seen an egg with a beard? Hang on, that's kind of what this guy looks as well, but an upside down egg. What is it with this Salisbury place? Eggs with beards running around everywhere. Okay, can we skip to him? Love it. Love it. Oh no, he's not physically disabled, is he? I don't want to make. Is he? Or not? Let's. Because if he is, then it becomes a lot less funny.
I do it for New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
I think he's just leaning forward. That's not a hump. That's just bad manners.
Yeah, both states.
What other kinds of work have you done?
Yeah, make yourself at home, man. I mean, why don't you just take off your shoes and put them your feet right up there on the witness box?
Over the years.
You want me to bring you a hot dog and a beer? You're not at a ball game.
I learned a lot of construction with my father.
So how was your relationship?
I learned a lot of construction with my father. How do you think that went? Because I can tell you now that ferrying around cement in a wheelbarrow is not learning construction.
With your father?
Fairly good.
Better at some times, worse at others?
Yeah, just like adults and parents.
Fair enough. Now,
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to get up, get dressed, go out, and get a tattoo artist to put a big rose on my fist. Yeah, because, I think that's going to really help establish my identity and place in the world, because, people will meet me, and then they'll shake my hand, and then they'll see the rose, and it'll be like I'm giving them flowers. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I've decided that True Crime Metrix is now against Apple Watches and rose fist tattoos. And I know some of you in comments right now are looking down at your fist and going, yeah. I regret that now. Why did I do this? But it's okay. You can keep your hands in your pockets forever.
did you grow up with your dad? Was he around when you were growing up?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so you lived with him as a kid as you were growing up?
On and off.
And
yeah, well, we didn't want to hit a nerve. You could see when he got the question in the first place, he was a bit like, what the fuck? Why are you asking me that? And then he's like, oh, so they live together? Well, on and off. Yeah. There was a lot of yelling. There was no love in the house. Oh, can we see it again? Watch when he first gets the question. Did you live with your dad growing up? He's like, what?
Yeah, just like adults and parents.
Fair enough. Now, did you grow up with your dad? Was he around when you were growing up?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so you lived with him as a kid as you were growing up?
On and off.
And
Some lucky therapist in Salisbury, Massachusetts is about to get a call today for a patient for the next 6 years, 3 sessions a week.
who else lived with you as a kid when you were growing up?
My brother Michael at times.
Okay, and that's Michael Hawkins?
Yes, my stepbrother.
So your stepbrother?
Yep.
And did you live with his mother as well, Judy?
Yes.
Now, I want to draw your attention more to more recent times involving you and your father and a woman named Judy Church. Do you know Judy Church?
Yes.
Okay. You see her sitting here in the courtroom?
Yes.
Could you point her out? Describe something to her?
She's right over there with glasses.
Okay. Just ask the record identification, Your Honor.
Good night.
Thank you. Now, how did you meet Judy?
Met her at the bar.
Okay. And was your father involved with her at the time you met her?
No.
No. So you met her before your dad started
You met my mama in a bar room.
seeing her?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember how long ago that was?
Before you initially seen her, or how long from today?
Yeah, well, what year it was? Whatever's easiest for you.
Jeez, maybe 2012,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
Okay. And how long after you first met her at that time was it that your father started sort of seeing her?
Maybe 2 years.
And was your dad still together with Julie when he started seeing?
Yes.
With Julie when he
Julie.
started seeing Judy.
Yes.
And do you remember how long that overlap lasted for?
Maybe a few years, 1 or 2.
So it was kind of a common thing for your dad to have more than one.
Yeah. Yes.
And after he started seeing Judy, and that relationship kept going on, how often would you see your dad and see Judy when they were dating initially?
Fairly often.
Okay. And at some point, did you live back with both your dad and Judy? You lived in the same house?
Yes.
Okay. And where was that you were living with when you were in the same house with you?
So this is the son of the guy she killed? Oh, hey, look! Hey. I think we just got our ads taken out of the equation by some lucky... Boom! Well, thank you, Raiden. That puts us on the edge. That tips the scale, turns the worm, and opens the door.
108 Central Ave.
Okay. And 108 Central Ave it's a house, but it's broken up into a couple. Or in the same unit?
The beginning, yes. It was in a different unit.
Beginning, you were in different. And time frame for that.
Maybe.
Remember about what year it was that you were there? How long ago?
No, not really, unfortunately.
And at the time that you were living either in the same house or in the same apartment as your dad and Judy, was he seeing anybody else romantically?
Sorry, what was it? Can you repeat that?
Yep. At the time that year that you spent living in the same house or the same apartment as Judy and your dad dating anybody else?
Yes.
Who was that?
Barbara.
Barbara Randall?
Yes.
And did you have occasion to talk to to Judy about her feelings about Barb?
Yeah.
Okay, and how did she, what did Judy say about Barbara?
Overruled. What did she?
Yeah, what kind of things did she say about Barbara and the fact that your dad was dating her?
She wasn't happy.
Did she have a nickname for Barbara?
Yes.
What was it?
Judge, could I have a continuing objection to this whole line of questions, please?
You may.
Excuse me, the cunt.
Okay. And was that something that she used regularly?
Yeah.
Wow, again, second time. This must be a Massachusetts thing. Excuse me, cunt. Oh, God.
She wasn't happy.
Did she have a nickname for Barbara?
Yes.
A nickname.
What was it?
Judge, could I have a continuing objection to this whole line of questions, please?
You may.
Excuse me, the cunt.
Okay. And was that was that a term that she used regularly?
Yes.
Man, there is nothing better than watching someone kind of go, okay, how do I do this? How do I do this and maintain? I'm in a courtroom and I have to say this. I've just realized, is that the guy that was in the video? What are we at? 62413. Is it him? Ah, look, tattoos. He's got tattoos all down the arm. He's got that beard. He's got a hat on. So we don't know how big his egg is. Ostrich. Definitely bigger than an emu.
And also,
It's him. Look. Same guy.
grades as well, so that would be like it.
So what will we at? 6. I want to see if he takes his hand out of his pocket. I want rose proof. No hand. See, what did I say? That's that's where it should be when you got that fucking ugly artwork all on your on your hand, man. I mean, why? Upper arm, okay. If you got to. Sleeve, no. Come on. You know it's wrong. You know it. Anybody knows it's shit. What were we? 6, 18, 31? Something like that.
All right, great.
Walking makes you old.
Right, I'm going to see if
Tai
I can
Chi
sort this
chair
out now.
makes you young.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can sort out the ads. Or I don't know if I have to wait until they next try to take the money. I'll check the email.
So, sir, where do you live?
I live in Seabrook.
All right, so Seabrook, New Hampshire.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been living in Seabrook?
Maybe 6 years.
Okay. You own a house up there?
Yes.
Okay. Are you married?
Yes.
Any kids?
Yes, sir.
How many kids?
3.
What are their names?
Mia.
I'm married to Bacon. And together, our marriage is like the most important meal of the day. So, you know.
And what do you do for work, sir?
I'm a glorified maintenance man.
Okay.
Maintenance man. It's about being a maintenance man. It's about being a maintenance man. And it's perhaps one step up from janitor. Okay. I'm a glorified maintenance man, but I'm really a janitor. And some days, not even that. And don't all those janitors in the audience get fucking shitty with me. It's a fine job. It's just not what you would call glorious.
And where is he at?
I do it for New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
The state or?
Yeah, both states.
And what other kinds of work have you done over the years?
I learned a lot of construction with my father.
So how was your relationship with your father?
Fairly good.
We did this.
Better at some times and worse at others?
Yeah, just like adults and parents.
Fair enough. Now,
Yeah, we
did
did
you
all
grow
this.
up there?
Yes.
Okay, so were you in a different unit from them? Or were you in the same unit?
The beginning, yes. I was in a different unit.
Beginning, you were in a different unit?
Yeah, I was upstairs.
Okay. And they were living downstairs?
Yes.
And at some point, did you actually live in the same unit as them?
Yes.
So you were spending at that. What was the time frame for that?
Maybe a year.
And do you remember about what year it was that you were there? How long ago?
No, not really, unfortunately.
And at the time that you were living either in the same house or in the same apartment
You remember
as
what year?
your dad and Judy, was he seeing anybody else romantically?
Sorry, what was it? Can you repeat that?
Yep. At the time that year that you spent living in the same house or the same apartment as Judy and your dad dating anybody else?
Yes.
Who was that?
Barbara?
Barbara Randall?
Yes.
And did you have occasion to talk to Judy about her feelings about Barb?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do lawyers ask that question? Did you have occasion to... Why don't you just say, did you ever? Hang on. Verify that it's you. When you click continue, a new browser will appear where you can verify your info. Great. I have confirmed in the app. $9.99. Approve. Come on, baby. Yes. Okay, keep your service active by adding a backup payment method. Riding is my backup payment method, okay? And I'm not adding her into your database. Thank you so much, Riding. We've got no ads back now. No ads back. That's fantastic. Great. Good job, team.
How did what did Judy say about Barbara?
Overruled. What did she...
Yeah, what kind of things did she say about Barbara and the fact that your dad was dating her?
She wasn't happy.
Did she have a nickname for Barbara?
Yes.
What was it?
Judge, could I have a continuing objection to this whole line of questions, please? You may.
Excuse me, the cunt?
Okay. And was that something was that a term that she used regularly?
Yes.
Did she keep anything around the house that sort of a... I'm not sure how to phrase it. Did she keep anything around the house to sort of represent Barbara?
Yes.
What did she keep around the house?
A voodoo doll.
And what did she do with the voodoo doll?
Various things, like stick pins in it and, throw it around and stuff.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Okay. Did no one raise an eyebrow? But, and this poor guy, I mean, he's just some guy, glorified maintenance man. Whatever that means.
do?
I do.
Okay.
You want to show it to the witness first or come this side? Hand it up.
Why don't you show it to the witness and just, well, actually, why don't you show it to me? You can hand it up to me. Yeah, I'll see counsel very briefly. This won't take long.
Oh, look, they're going to show a picture of the voodoo doll. Oh my God. Okay. So she made it herself, or what? It's just a sock with some old chickpeas in it. She's given it hair and everything. I mean, what? Take her to the mental hospital. Never mind prison.
And that's putting it up there on the screen and at the bottom. You can see where it's.
Oh, is mental hospital not politically correct? I'll call it the what do you call it? The insane asylum. The asylum for the criminally insane.
It's a Barb, is that right?
Rikers Island.
Yes.
Sorry.
Now, how often in the last year of your dad's life or so, 2022 we'll stick with, how often would you see him?
Towards the end of 2022,
Yeah.
he was doing some side jobs for me, so usually once a week.
Okay. So what kind of side job was he doing for you?
Working on a house.
The house that you owned or a house?
No, sir. It was my stepdaughter father's house.
Okay. And your dad had been in construction for a long time. Is that right?
Yes.
And so were you doing the work and you hired your dad? I know it's a little bit less formal than that, but you hired your dad as sort of someone to help you out doing that work?
It wasn't me per se, but if I found like odd jobs for him to do, like I would recommend him. Yeah.
Okay. Now at that time, in the last week of his life, that second week of November, had you seen him at all during that time period?
Yes.
Okay. And when was the last time you actually saw him?
Maybe a couple days before.
And was he having any problems? Was he dizzy? Was he falling down? Was he having any problems like that when you saw him on that?
No.
And do you remember where it was that you saw him?
I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it was my house.
Okay. And did he come by as part of the work that he was doing on your father-in-law's house, or?
Yes.
Now, in the day before he died, did you have a phone conversation with him that afternoon, about 1:30 in the afternoon on Thursday, November 10th?
Sounds familiar. Yes.
And did he ask you to do something for him?
Yes.
And what was it that he asked you to do?
He wanted me to drop off money. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Pick up some money that somebody owed him?
Yes.
And do you remember where you were gonna get that money?
From the owner that he did the house with.
And in that last couple of months of your dad's life, did he ever express any thoughts about suicide or anything like that? Did he ever mention that to you at all?
No.
Was anything you ever noticed about that in those last couple of months, last couple of weeks, that made you any concern or anything like that?
No.
So,
I know, I saw that ride-in shotgun. The judge isn't into this trial at all. He looks like he's balancing his checkbook or something. I thought catalog shopping, like Daniel Rashbaum. Yeah, shall I get the credenza? What about the white gold Rolex with the diamond center?
what did you observe over that time you were spending time with your dad and Judy about their relationship? What was going on in their relationship at that point in time?
Normal. I mean, said he was traveling back to Florida.
Okay. And you say normal. What does that mean?
As normal as possible in the situation.
So bouncing back and forth between Judy and Barbara?
Yes.
Did you ever see what Judy would do to try to keep him from going to Barbara's house?
Yes.
What did she used to do to try to keep him from going to Barbara's house?
Rules.
She would buy him things.
What kind of things?
Clothes, shoes, material things.
Does that include a truck?
Yes.
Clothes, shoes, and a pickup.
And did that seem to work?
Objection again. It's sustained. I want to bear in mind that the question that was put to this witness is what things did he observe? He observed or just told you about buying things, but we haven't heard any testimony about anything that Ms. Church said. So you may accept, if you wish, the testimony that he bought things. It's for you.
After she would buy him things, would he stay at the house longer? Would he stay with her longer?
Not always.
Well, the answer is no. Was the answer no?
Yes, sir.
That may stand.
To the best of your knowledge, did your dad have COVID ever?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know how many times he had COVID?
Objection, Judge. Sustained. Unless you can lay a foundation that it's not based on simply what his father told him.
Did he make complaints about his health in relation to having COVID?
Objection. Sustained.
Did he make complaints about his health specifically regarding his sense of taste?
Yes.
And how many times did he make that complaint to you about his sense of taste?
A few times.
Okay. And what was the complaint that he made in that respect?
Objection, Judge. I'll allow
it. My father was like sweets, He was liked cake and ice creams, and he couldn't taste them.
I don't think he's beyond the scope of the question. The question was what was the complaint, and then he said something about sweets.
and they couldn't taste it.
Was that something he said to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, that makes sense.
You all right, sir? I know it's,
Yeah.
it's hard. Need a tissue?
No, no, man.
All right. All right, sir. I want to sort of change tacks a little bit. And this is when did you first hear that your dad was in the hospital in relation to this particular case?
Like when is in the time or
Yes.
the day?
Yeah, the day and time.
It was at nighttime. I want to say on his birthday, later on the night.
Okay, so November 11th, later on at night.
Yes.
Okay, and who was it that you heard from for the first time that your dad was in the hospital?
Judy.
After a conversation with Judy via text, did you make attempts to get some further information from other people?
Yes.
Who did you call?
The hospital.
Okay, do you remember which hospital it was that you called?
It was Mount Auburn.
Mount Auburn in Cambridge?
Yes.
Okay. And you were able to speak to a doctor there, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And based on what the doctors told you, who else did you call after speaking to the doctors?
My auntie.
Okay. Anybody else?
I called the police.
And did you make arrangements with the hospital at that point in time to make sure that you were the healthcare proxy for your dad?
Objection.
What's the objection, Mr. Martinez?
Judge, it's a hearsay conversation with the doctor itself.
Well, if he's making a request or simply an arrangement to become hearsay, the healthcare proxy, there's no content of the conversation coming in. So I'll overrule it and I'll allow him to answer the question and see where that takes us.
It's a yes or no answer, Judge, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So I'm just looking at what is the difference between a voodoo doll and a puppet. So if you don't do voodoo, it's not a voodoo doll. Even if you call it a voodoo doll, it won't be a voodoo doll. Making a human figure for spellcasting a puppet is a worldwide practice. Or is it just puppet? Like Pop-Tart. From Japan to Benin. Okay. From Oklahoma to Wales. From Honolulu to Prussia. Does Prussia exist anymore? We all make puppets of one kind of another. It's or another. Just as each of those places have different words and methods for making bread. Okay, bread like money. Okay. What is this? Harlem 1975. Bread. I gotta make some bread, man. Where'd you get your bread, man? No, methods for making bread. Oh no, maybe he's actually talking about bread. Just as each of those places have different words and methods for making bread. Ah, I thought he meant different words for the dolls and different ways of making bread, making money with the dolls. But no, he's talking about words and methods for making bread. You see, if this was punctuated a little better, I might have been able to understand. But there are no standards on Reddit, are there? Putting together flour and water wherever you are may make bread, but it doesn't suddenly turn into a tortilla because they're similar in ingredients and process. Well, it does if you flatten it out. No. It's not the same process, is it? It's not the same fucking process to make a farmhouse loaf and a chapati. Is a chapati the same as a tortilla? No. But it's close, you know, almost unnoticeably. I mean, I'll take a chapati any day.
Now the next day, November 12th.
But anyway, just to finish our point. What was that point? Riding Shotgun had a point, that's what it was. Something about a poppet. Met, I think it was a poppet doll. So, meaning that... But hang on, that's in caps. And then there's a laughing face. Roll on the floor, laughing face after. The witches made them in Salem, Massachusetts. Ah. Okay. Right, well, that's making sense. Interesting. So Salisbury is... Let's go to the maps. Let's go to the maps. Gibraltar. Too big. So that's Salisbury, Lions Park. I wonder where the trailer is. Could I not zoom? Whoa, look at all those canals. What is all that? What are they doing with all that? What are they doing there? Is that for irrigation or what? What is going on? Ah. Marshland. Look at that. How many bodies do you think are in just this one patch? Irish bodies, Italian bodies. Oh, baseball. Look at that. Okay, so where's Salem? How do you people say this word? You guys are funny at this. It's Worcester. Okay? It's just Worcester. Worcester. I have no idea. I guess we can just search, right? That's what this crazy box is for. Salem. Oh. No, no, no. Ah, right there. Look at that. Isn't that right there? Where was the other place? Fuck. Tewkesbury. Andover. Oh, fuck. Ah, it's up there, up there. So Salem's there. Yeah, I mean, what's that? That's about 20 miles? 30 tops? Let's do directions. Salem to Salisbury. Ah, look at that. That's what good spatial awareness will get you. 29.5 miles. Nice, nice. We're in a car? Gosh, spot on, Metrix. That's why we're first choice. That's exactly why we're first choice. What are we? First choice.
To see your dad that day?
No.
When was it that you got the chance to see your dad?
When he was on the ventilator?
And that was the next day on November 13th?
Oh, fuck it. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is quite serious, isn't it? We should be taking into account that this guy's lost his dad.
Yes.
And,
hard to act that kind of thing, right? Did anyone ever see the 5,000 Fingers of Dr. Terwilliger? Because there is a scene in that where the guy is on roller skates and there's these two other bad guys and they've got beards like ZZ Top, but they're connected at the bottom, like they grow into each other's beard. And in that, the guy that's roller skating is pretending to roller skate badly. But in order to do that, you have to be really good. Even better than, like, you know, someone who skates for a living. I mean, incredible. And the same goes for faking emotion. What he's doing is trying not to let the emotion out. So if you're acting that, you've got to act like you have an emotion that you don't want to show. It's a backwards thing. It's a backwards thing.
Was that still at Mount Auburn, or had he been moved to Beth Israel by that point?
To Beth Israel.
Did he ever wake up, or was he ever able to communicate with you at all that last day at Beth Israel?
No.
He was on the ventilator the entire time?
Yes.
And was it you and some other family members that had to make a decision about keeping him?
Overruled. This is a decision about the ventilator?
Yeah.
You're asking about?
Yeah.
Overruled.
Did you and the other family members have to make a decision about keeping him on the ventilator?
I did, yes.
And what did you decide?
To pull the plug.
You took him off the ventilator, is that right?
Yeah.
And he died shortly thereafter, is that right?
Yes.
This is the son of the guy that died, Jill Jane. Let's just see this raw emotion again and feel it with him. It's brutal, isn't it?
No.
When was it that you got the chance to see your dad?
It's his son writing. You haven't got that? He's like, that's the whole thing. He's like, when was the last time you got to see your dad? And he's like, when he was on the ventilator.
When he was on the ventilator?
And that was the next day on November 13th?
Yes.
Fuck, man.
And was that still at Mount Auburn, or had he been moved to Beth Israel by that point?
To Beth Israel.
Did he ever wake up, or was he ever able to communicate with you at all that last day at Beth Israel?
No.
He was on the ventilator the entire time?
Yes.
And was it you and some other family members that had to make a decision about keeping him?
Overruled. This is a decision about the ventilator?
Yeah.
You're asking about?
Yeah.
Overruled.
Did you and the other family members have to make a decision about keeping him on the ventilator?
I did, yes.
And what did you decide?
Fucking hell.
To pull the plug.
You took him off the ventilator, is that right?
Yeah.
And he died shortly thereafter, is that right?
Yes.
Shit, man. Brutal.
Mr. Narkunis, I presume, unless you think you'll finish in 7 minutes, maybe we should just break it. Okay, so I think it probably makes sense to break that. Mr. Fowler, you may step down if you would. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll meet you back here for
No, Judge.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, not tomorrow. We're not sitting tomorrow. That would be Friday. Thank you for reminding me. Reminds the jurors. I'm not sitting here tomorrow.
Oh, man.
I want to thank you very much for your time and your attention and your service.
You know what I didn't get from him is any anger or anything towards the defendant, Judy Church, right? That's interesting. Terrible to see that, isn't it? You know, when someone's up there. When was the last time you got to saw your father? When he was on the ventilator? Oh, brutal. And did you have to make a decision whether to turn the ventilator off? Yeah. Oh, man, brutal. Imagine that. See, that's why you shouldn't murder anyone. Even really bad people. Because someone's going to be upset. Maybe. I don't know, this other witness, the lady, who I don't know who it is, it's quite long.
Lose 45 pounds and become unrecognizable by summer. Start the chair Tai Chi flow for beginners.
Oh my God. What is this deal with the Tai Chi thing? I haven't mentioned Tai Chi or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's still on there because I need to restart the thing or something. But tomorrow, no ads. No ads ever again. Great.
A little awkward sometimes?
Yes, it was.
But sort of something you just accepted about your brother?
Yeah.
May I approach you?
Fisherman?
Man, I'm just gonna hand you a photograph and ask you if you recognize the individual in that photograph.
Yes, this is my brother.
Is that a fair picture of what he looked like?
Correction, Kiwi. They think I fit the profile the ad is targeting.
in the year or so before he died?
Yep.
All right, this is the next exhibit.
No. May come in, this is the next exhibit.
All right, so that's a picture of Leroy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, we love Leroy. God, look at him. And the dad's got tattoos and everything. And an enormous dog.
Okay, and the good-looking puppy that's sitting on his lap, who's that?
Like, that dog could tell a young lion to fuck off, couldn't it? Get out of here. I've told you not to come round here.
Salt.
Salt?
Yep.
Okay. All right, and do you know where the picture was taken?
Salt. Why would you call us a dog Salt? Soap is the absolute limit of ridiculous. You don't then take it a step further and go to salt. The Portuguese think she's called soup. Which, if I might call another dog Soup. Chunky Soup. Country Soup. Muddy Soup. What else can it be? What words describe soup and dogs? Those are the sorts of questions that you will only ever find on this show. What was it? I gotta write that down. I love that. I actually want to make a list later, but I won't make you listen to my thinking. What is the question? What words describe both soup and dogs? You see, you could have a spicy soup, but you couldn't really have a spicy dog, right? So what could it be? Chunky soup, chunky dog. Healthy. I don't know. Maybe there's not that many. I thought there'd be a big long list. We'll make one on Discord. Everybody join Discord because it's great.
That is at there.
And to do that, it's real easy because there's a link in the description. So you scroll down, you click, and then you go, oh, look, there's all the fucking links. And then you click the link for Discord, and that's it. That's it. Free. Easy. Good.
At Salisbury Beach.
You go 108 Central Ave.
108 Central Ave, yep.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
Oh,
And so
hey,
You're
hey.
welcome.
108 Central Avenue. Back to the maps. Back to the maps. We've got to find that place. 108. I never lived at 108, but I did live at 109. And it was okay. 108 would have been better. What was it? 108 Central Ave. Salisbury. Oh, wow. Right on the beach. Incredible. Imagine the views. So that's why they've got all this stupid nautical marine theme throughout the house there. So let's go on the Walking Man. Oh, is that it? If they blurred it out? No, this is it. Yeah, look, there's the trailer. That's where the EMTs went. What's this place here? Happy as a... What is that? Happy as a... Can't zoom in here. What is it? Happy as a clam. Is it clam? That's a Massachusetts thing, isn't it? And they are right next to the beach. I think it's a clam. Happy as a clam. Trump Country 2024. What year was this taken? November 2024. So that would have been probably when the election had come in, right? Already come in. But up until that point, what else is here? God, look at this. What's in that trash? Pizza box. It's very close to the neighbors, isn't it? They'd be able to hear everything, and I bet there was a lot of yelling and voodoo coming from the house. Didn't Gordon Ramsay go to this town? Let me just check that. What was the place called? Bob's Beach Bar or something. Gordon Ramsay. Bob's Barefoot. Bob's Barefoot. Barefoot Bob's. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Barefoot Bob's. What town was that in? Hull, Massachusetts. So where is Hull? Because it looked just like this. Oh, no. No. Way down south of Boston, around the point. Boston Harbor Island State Park. Fucking hell. Too far. Cape Cod. I've always disliked the name Cape Cod. Just sounds like something that you could have so much better. Oh look, there's Nantucket. Where's God, who is it? What's her name? Patricia Burns. Patricia Burns with the limericks. There's a perfect... There was a young man from Nantucket who... so many things, so many places you can go. Massachusetts is such a weird state, isn't it? Just a box, but then it's got this sort of bicep flex all the way up to Provincetown. And then crazy old Rhode Island. And every one of these towns is a place in England. If you zoomed in, people would probably think you were looking at a map of England. Long Island. I don't know why they call it Long Island. If anything, it's wide. It would be long if it was going north to south, right? If it's east to west or near enough, then it's wide. Wide islands. That even sounds better in a way. Although, you know, Long Island sounds great too. But wide island. It's got more of the assonance. There you go. And then you start calling all the towns Greek and Nazareth over there. What happened here? The squiggle. What is all that? What's that mess? Forest? What's that mess? Just ridges or what is that? You know what I watched the other day? What do you call it? Like virtual reality thing. No, not you know, like it just looked like a computer game, but it was a simulation. There you go, a simulation of the guy who flew the plane from Boston. What's the airport in Boston? Boston. It's got a really obvious name as well. Anyway, he flew it all the way from up there, this way, and then I think it was somewhere like over Ohio, turn back. Oh no, maybe that one didn't get that far. And then he comes into Manhattan and flies into that big building. It's like, whoa, I'd never seen that before. And so low over the city, just fucking hell. Just imagine that. Anyway, we're so sidetracked. In fact, we should probably close it down. I mean, what is this woman gonna show us?
You're familiar with 108 Central Ave, the home there?
Yes.
Okay. Did you sometimes visit Leroy at the house?
Yes.
Okay. And how often would you go over to the house and do things there in the home?
I have been there many a times.
Okay. In the months before his death, were you there frequently?
No. I hadn't been there in quite a while before that.
Okay. Would you still go to the house and see your brother outside of the house?
Yeah, for a while there, I hadn't been in the house. I would go there sometimes and he would come outside and talk to me. Or I'd pick him up there if we were going anywhere.
Did you make any observations about the inside of the house as a sort of in the months leading up to his death that you noticed as you weren't going in as much?
No, there really wasn't much going on. Like outside, there was a lot of stuff outside and stuff. But
Okay, well, I think we'll have to leave it there and come back to this witness later. But I'm not hating the trial. I think it's pretty good, and that's funny for me because I usually cannot stand 2 minutes of a Massachusetts courtroom. All the corruption. But maybe they're honest up here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Am I? Am I? I don't know. Maybe. So anyway, yeah, no, it's been great. It's been a good experience, and I've enjoyed it. I hope you have too. And we'll be back for more fun tomorrow. Yeah, I think we'll just listen to the rain for the rest of the evening. That'll be nice. Who loves listening to the rain? Does anyone really hate it? That's the question, because you always hear people, oh, the rain. Oh, no, I love that when the rain, and you listen to the rain. It's always like that, isn't it? No one says, oh, that fucking rain. Somebody's got to do something about that fucking rain. You never hear that. Maybe you do in hurricane season. Yeah. That's not when you lie back in bed and listen to the rain, is it? No. And then I listen to my roof be blown away. Can you guys hear this? It's my paintbrush. I use it to keep the laptop clean of dust. And sometimes rub it on my lips because it feels nice. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with a fantastic day of Metrix, no ad streaming. Maybe we're even in the daytime. Well, I don't know. I don't really like covering live trials. Like, much better to just find some good bits to talk about. Yeah. But we missed a bunch of stuff from Corey Richards. I don't know how that happened. I've just been working on the on-demand. And I'm like, who's that? Who's that witness? There's a black girl that's only got long hair on one side of her head, which is really interesting. And it's really long. I wanted to get Michelle's opinion on that. Yeah, maybe we can do that tomorrow. Who knows? Anyway, check us out on the Discord. Build up the Twitter. If you've got Twitter, go and fucking follow us on Twitter because Twitter's so nice. And I think I just don't like this X. What a shit name. What a just shit name. X. What does it mean? Nothing. Anyway, join us on X and join us on Discord. Good night, guys.